Hello, beautiful Virgo. Welcome to your reading. Let's dive into it right away and see what's coming your way. I see on the bottom kind of looks like a map to me. Another thing I see is, wow, okay. What? There's some good news coming, but there's a massive evil eye in your heart space. This can be an energy affecting you. Someone may be being jealous of what you're doing, what you're creating. Another thing with the evil eye energy can feel really draining and feels really like maybe you're feeling tired all the time. That can be the evil eye energy affecting you. So if you have some things out in the open, which I see a lot of things that you're just maybe working on right now or planning to work on, maybe before you launch anything, you need to keep the development stage to yourself, okay? Another thing I saw on the bottom here, I feel like there's the universe is going to provide. It kind of looks like a genie here coming out of the lamp, has a tray in one hand, and maybe like another teapot on the other hand, filling up your cup here, teapot or something that you prefer to drink basically. And I see that this genie is providing, like the abundant universe provides in your situation. If you need something, if you are lacking anything, it seems like you don't need to worry about it that much. It's going to actually come along. Another thing with the worry energy is because if you know that we are vibrational beings, so what we think about, we bring about. So if you keep fearful, I heard yesterday actually from someone that is a personal development coach, and he said that whatever you actually fear, you're creating a self-fulfilling prophecy, because whatever you keep thinking about, you are actually attracting it into your life. That's why I feel the abundant universe will provide is coming to you to let you know if even if you have worry about something, you need to start working on that worry and letting that worry go. Okay. I see there's so many things happening at the same time here. There's a letter V. V can be a victorious moment coming forward. And I see there are two people kind of forming an angelic harp. Harp can symbolize harmony happening. Maybe there is a person here that you have distance in between with this person and you. And it seems like that gap is going to start closing. And the victory can be, the harmony is going to come to this relationship between you and this person, okay? Can be a relationship in the romantic sense, can be a friendship, can be a business relationship, or this can be maybe you want to find new work and maybe you have like, you're not really seeing eye to eye with the prospects here. Maybe you're going to start to see with someone eye to eye. That can be a victory because but on the bottom, you have here attachment to this person. So this can be someone you already formed a relationship. But also this can be, because I see that you're showing up as a tulip, that this can be something that you have been really resilient about. You wanted to make this happen. Maybe you put a lot of energy to make this happen. And it seems like this is actually going to come along. It's going to actually start to come to life here, okay? The first 2 months energy, I see this happening. And the third and the fifth even, it's going to continue to expand and grow. We can interpret in multiple ways. Maybe you want to travel the world and you're starting to take the first step and then the things are going to start aligning. This many crowded area can represent maybe the places that you're going to planning to go. Another thing with the crowd, this can represent actually maybe a wedding revenue if that's what you're planning. But I see this is not really something you're doing. Like if you're planning to get married, why not? It can represent that many people coming forward. And this kind of like the weddings going for months, kind of like an Eastern tradition. So I don't know if that's what you do, but it can be also a crowded environment. Soul family union can be like maybe if this is what you do for business, like that you have a product or service that you're selling, it can be those people getting attracted to you. However, like I said, the lightness is the key. Lightness meaning instead of thinking really negatively and bringing heavy energy to it, it's about rising your like self-concept or really like thinking things in a very optimistic way, positive way. I'm not saying that play the Pollyanna game, but it wouldn't hurt for a while. Another thing I see here is there are people, they're opening their hands up in the air. Let's these ones here, this one right there, like here, kind of looks like a Scorpio, one of them. There's like a prayer session happening. So this can be in the prayer session, can be in a literal religious sense, or it can be like a meditation sense. It can be like basically changing mind, changing thoughts, because there's so many thoughts of other people's opinions coming together. It's about changing in a very deeper way, not like in a manipulation way, I feel. Because I can see you right here and you're being approached with someone with a big mouth right there. You have the angel halo around your head, and this person has like a wings, kind of look like very sharp wings, which kind of reminds me the wings that the devil is wearing. Actually, the wings has horns at the end of it. This is, I think, Baphomet. I'm not 100% sure. It seems like you might be talking to someone with a Baphomet energy, but you should never forget, devil never does something. Okay, it never does. It just whispers into your ear and scares you, or gives you doubt, and that way you go do the things for them. This is what I'm talking about, like a little curvy edge on its wings. So you see the stars upside down. Stars upside down. Star right side up is your wish fulfillment. Upside down is you really going out of your way, just losing your path, losing your North Star. And you might get challenged by a devil like that. A person maybe is showing you there's a quicker pathway, maybe you should take that. And I feel like here you already know this is not safe, but you might have the doubt, or maybe it's shorter path works. Seems like it's not going to work, because it seems like even if you're going through something right now, there is a lesson there. There's something that is elevating you there. Okay. Sometimes what we go through is actually puts us in the right place. That's why maybe if you're thinking maybe I should just choose a shortcut, you should not, because there's a pathway opening already outside here, and an angel shows up right there too. I mean, if you're not really believing in the metaphysics, this can be even the people with the energies. They have the devil's energy and the angel's energy that you're gonna come across. The thing is, this kind of crowd might be a little bit overwhelming for some of you. That's why I feel like within the 5th and the 6th month, you are maybe coming outside your comfort zone. I'm going to tell you, this doesn't have to be a physical coming out of there. It can be about talking to people who are not really in your close vicinity, and the people that are not really thinking the same as this crowd. The crowd can be initially very beneficial. Like I said, this can be a crowd that you're selling something, buying something, or it can be a soul family supporting, but it can become a little bit too much of an optimistic environment, or maybe too much of a pessimistic. It can go both ways. And that's why you're coming outside of it. You're exploring. You're talking to an angel character. There are some people, they're earth angels. They're believed to be earth angels, that their duty is actually to redirect us towards our highest good. I see here there is a character above you. Again, this is somewhat really scary to me as well, and you're turning your back towards it. This person has like a duck under her. It can be, duck can indicate a mother energy. So someone maybe with a mother energy, but they're toxic, is going to be there to maybe push you back into your regular mental state. However, you are not really turning and looking back. I feel like some of you are learning a life lesson here within the next 6 months. Maybe this is like a toxic family environment or a work environment. Learning the lesson can be not always leaving the place. Sometimes it's about standing up for yourself. When you were a child, maybe nobody stood up for you. Now your lesson is to stand up for your own self and teach yourself that you're worthy of that. And I feel like, I know this is getting deeper. I usually see events and people here, which I'm seeing them already. I see a man here with a big head. They have a small person on their shoulder. They're talking to you, gossiping maybe about you, and you're attached to this person, but there's still light in between you and this person as well. So within the 5th month, you might also face this kind of like scrutiny, opposition, or gossip that is not even about you, can affect you, because you're connected to this person here. On the shoulders can be a bloodline connection. Seems like though, this is also another way, like you're actually seeing, you know what, I need to take a break. You're just telling them, you know, you need to stop this, drawing the boundary. I see here a stingray on the shoulders of the angel. The stingrays, they have community too. Another thing though, they are different. They're not like regular fish. They don't look like regular fish. Still, they do accept themselves, and until they're attacked, they're docile and or they're threatened. Meaning, this can be also maybe you can be calm, cool, collected. You don't need to lose your peace, but you can still protect yourself. Okay. So maybe the angel's delivery here is to show you that. And I see here, kind of reminds me of, I forgot the name of it, the plant that eats the bugs. So that's another grounded energy here. So you might be also learning how to diffuse the conflict. And we see in the cartoons that they seem like this plant seems like very dangerous and snappy, which is basically not. They actually give some sort of like, they have a system to work. Okay. I cannot really recall it right now. The thing is, it's about learning a system here too, okay? When you figure it out, you can see there's a sun shining here. The positive outcome is coming. But this next 6 months, there's even a flower blooming right there beautifully. Is all about you really recognizing who's enemy, who's friend, who's foe, recognizing that, and also building your own castle around you, also building a garden inside of the castle as well, and allowing those that are worthy of them in that castle. Some of you might be learning this through relationships, romantic relationships, can be family relationships. Some of that can be colleague situations, okay? But flower blooming here tells me that some of you are going to have such a breakthrough that you're going to be displaying all your beauty and your true authentic self really confidently when you reach that tipping point, okay? Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. Massive fish jumping out of the water here. Like I said, as soon as you get to that, like, okay, now I am getting out of here, or like I'm not taking this anymore. There's a massive fish, can indicate money, resources, success, the outside path opening right there. Whatever that you're desiring, I flipped the saucer 3 times. It's still not really moving forward. It's coming halfway, and the 4th time is a charm here. 4th time can be 4th month. I see letter C. C can be in the name of someone, or it can be a new attitude. Okay, I know I don't usually use this kind of like words here, but there's an attitude starts with the letter C, so it can be representing that. It's not gender based. I feel like here it might be necessary in order to deal with certain type of energies, okay, guys? If you know what I'm talking about, comment down below. But if you don't know, I will say confidence. Let's use the word confidence, super confidence with a little bit, maybe a little bit like, what do I say? Expressive attitude, okay? We have 2 people kissing here. I see like it's actually maybe the 3rd month, at the end of the 3rd month. I see tears of joy falling down here. I cannot show it right now, but the 3rd month, some of you might come across with someone. There's going to be an exchange, I feel. Exchange can be romantic for sure. Why not? But also it can be like word that exchange happening here, because it's such a kissing is intimate right there. And that exchange is leading you to the fish as well. So while you're maybe in that crowded environment and feeling left out or feeling pushed around, and you go out there looking for a solution, you might get a solution also for something that will be supportive of you. This can be like a benefit you're going to get. It can be like an application you need to fill out, can really bring you this big opportunity. If you're a business owner, maybe you're finding like a long-term, low rate, whatever it is, hit the subscribe and join the family.